A couple days ago, a story broke where some people got arrested for some illegal gambling in the sports betting community and rigging games and things like that. And that wasn't really that surprising or interesting to me because I kind of already knew sports betting was a fucking scam and it's rigged and it's the most normalized way of thief that is still around. I actually have another video about it called How Is This Still Legal? So that's not really what surprised me at all. What I want to talk about today is the other side of this headline, which was this guy named Chauncey Billups. I think it was Billups. And he was the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, or he is until he got arrested a couple of days ago for allegedly like faking these poker games and rigging poker games. Now, this really struck a chord with me. So he would use his like fame and his name as an NBA head coach to lure people into these poker games, basically. And then in these poker games, how they rigged them, they had several different techniques. Like this is some shit out of a fucking stupid ass like Glass Onion movie or something. Basically, they had for one, they had shufflers that could send a message to somebody. So the shufflers would spit out the cards where the shufflers would shuffle it and they know the order or whatever, and it would send a message to someone on the outside who had the best hand at the table, and then that person could send a message to someone sitting at the table and be like, okay, seat four has the best hand. That's crazy. They also had some hidden cameras in the poker trays. They had some marked cards that they could read, and they also had some tables that had cameras on the other side. And if the cards were laid flat, they could see what cards were on the table, and then someone would use signals to everybody in the group that was cheating, and they could make the right decisions based on all of these things. Now, I chose to talk about this specifically because I love poker. I've been a poker fan for a while now. I love playing poker with my friends when we managed to get together. It's been a while, but I went through a long phase where we were playing poker every single weekend. And just the fact that some people showed up, probably playing with tens, or if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it was not a fair game, is such a fucking crime, dude. You deserve the literal all nine layers of Dante's fucking Inferno for that because you are a living piece of shit. Poker is so difficult as it is already. It's such like a intuition, luck, but also just knowing numbers game that the scamming that is just so low, man. Because I remember playing times with my friends where we only are betting with $25, $50, and you get flopped like three of a kind, and you're in a really good spot, and you're building the pot a little bit, and your buddy is just slow calling every time, and you're like, all right, he's probably chasing something, and then on the fucking river, a 10 comes out, and you look at the board, there's already a jack and a queen, and you're like, fuck, now we have a straight opportunity. You're like, you know what? I bet my buddy didn't hit it. And then your buddy starts betting. He bets instead of checking like he's been doing the whole hand. And now you're sitting with three of a kind against a possible straight. And you have a horrible position you're put in because then your buddy snaps all in. And you're like, fuck. I had this hand. I won this hand. And now I have a chance to lose it. And I don't know if this motherfucker is bluffing or maybe he got a high two pair. It's the most stressful thing. But when you win that hand and you make the right decision, you say, fuck it, I call. And they have nothing, or you fold and they had it. Like, it is the best feeling. It's such an adrenaline rush. It's such a dopamine hit. And just the idea of sitting at a table. And that's when I had like $50, $25, literally $5. It's like so stressful. Like, you're thinking of every possibility. You're like, okay, he checked on this. Does he have this? You're trying to like remember past hands with this guy. And it's like so stressful, and your adrenaline and your like heart is racing, and you're like, you fucking call and you get that shit. It's the best fucking feeling in the world. And literally the feeling of losing $50,000 because you made the wrong decision is already heartbreaking enough. It happens in poker all the time. But imagine hearing that you lost all that money because they fucking rigged it. And not even some like scumbag broke people in some rundown casino. A literal multi-million dollar NBA head coach who already has like the best job imaginable. Like, how many people in their life would literally trade positions to be an NBA head coach? And this dude sets up traps for you to lose money. Now, I'm sure the people that he trapped with this weren't just like average people. I really don't know. Maybe there are people in the industry, or they were other really successful high rollers. So I don't know if I should really feel bad for them because I don't know who all they scammed. But it could be normal people. I have no idea. But just the game of poker itself is so like, bro, it's just such a perfect game. It's literally the best game ever made. It is such a perfect Like, it's sacred, bro. It is absolutely sacred. If you're gonna gamble, poker is, in my opinion, the least degenerate type of gambling because it takes so much intuition and skill, a little bit of luck, time, patience, like math to actually be successful at it. And if you actually put your time in and really study the game and fall in love with it and do it all the time, you can actually become skillful, and you're almost like an athlete at that point. Like, you have mastered a skill, you've mastered this art, this competition. And going into a place where you're getting scammed out of this much money because of these pussy fucking cowardly tactics with a little cameras that read your cards and somebody knows what cards you have, of course they can win. That's the most ridiculous bullshit. You can make all the right decisions in poker normally and still lose. You can get a flush and you can feel great about that flush and you can snap all in and they can call and then they can just like river a full house. And that can happen in normal poker. Like, bad beats is a thing. It is a tough game. It is a lot of skill, a lot of intuition, and a lot of luck involved. And the fact that they take all those things out of it and you are literally just paying money to sit at that table at that point because there's no way you can really win because it is rigged. That is fucking bullshit, bro. I hope they get locked away for so much time, bro. As someone who loves poker, I cannot imagine sitting at that table, getting a flush, getting the best card that you needed. You're building up the pot slowly. You river the heart, and then everyone just folds because they know what you have. They know that you have like ace jack suited the whole time. And as soon as they see another heart go down, there's nothing you can do. You can't check. You can't check raise. Even if, and you're already having a bad night because I know they're losing every single fucking hand because the other people are cheating. So you finally get that good hand. You're like, all right, big pot here. I'm going to turn it around. And everybody just fucking snap folds because they know exactly what you have. That's some fucking horseshit, bro. That is some literal bottom of the barrel. You are a dumb, evil person, bro. I fucking love poker. And I mean, bro, sports betting, they rigged that somehow or whatever. Like, who's surprised, bro? Who is really surprised? Obviously, that shit is a scam. They're making fucking billions of dollars. Obviously, there's shit going on there. But sitting down at a poker table with 4 or 5 other guys, that should be the most fair type of gambling, in my opinion. And the fact that they took that away from people when you're already an NBA head coach, you're already rich as fuck. You're scum for that, bro. You are some actual scum. And I just feel bad for the players that they rob, man. And I hope those guys start, I'd probably, dude, I've had so many bad nights of poker. I'm never playing this shit again. And all I did was lose $50. Imagine losing $50,000. And it wasn't even your fault. You were actually just cheated out of that. That's some bullshit, man. I absolutely fucking hate every second of that. So, Chauncey Billups, bro, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You had a great life, a great job. You made it, bro. Why couldn't you just be happy? The greed is crazy. Unreal how greedy some of these rich people are, man. Like, you already have a great job. Why do you have to steal? Literally. I don't know, man. I don't know all the details. I could be wrong about some stuff, so feel free to correct me. I'm not a fucking news channel. I don't know. I just heard that they rigged some poker games, and I wanted to yap about poker mainly, but that's about it.